Okay, so we're going to go to Fighting Spirit. Again, the winner picks a map, so this is last choice. He's going to go on the standard StarCraft map.
Yes, the most. Well, I mean, it's a good place for him to do his macro plays. Now, will Soulkey continue this 2-hatchery type play, or will we maybe see him back up into some 3-hatch? It's hard to say. I mean, Fighting Spirit, definitely the naturals are a little bit harder to defend than in Circuit Breaker, but I think a lot of this is also on Last. Last has used 1-1-1 twice. I think it's a great choice for Polaris Rhapsody. Circuit Breaker is slightly more questionable, but you definitely can do it on Fighting Spirit. Yeah, I don't know what his choice is going to be. I think that's going to be a big part of what's dictating this game.
Guys, I think we are about to start this game. Again, right now, Last with a 2-0 lead in this best of 7. Soulkey needs to win. He needs to start turning this around. And our game is ready. Let's do this. Soulkey versus Last. Getting some cheers here in the audience.
Oh, you better believe it. They need your cheers.
So we got Soulkey on the bottom left. We got Last at the upper left. See if we got any signs out there in the audience.
Oh, I'm sure
they
we
need to be
something.
good. Or I'm taking those headsets and keyboards for myself. All right.
I wouldn't mind them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Actually, I have such a good keyboard. I'll take the headset.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Well, I'm just a kleptomaniac. I'll just steal it and just put it in my closet. Never look at it again.
Yeah. He just has a closet full of peripherals and T-shirts
right,
he got from events.
I'm like, look at this hairdryer I stole. It's just still in the box. You're like, why would you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm addicted to stealing things.
I think that guy went to every game of Soulkey.
Oh, yeah, he's got his tickets right there.
Huh. Well. So, Soulkey in the bottom left and Last in the top left. You know, I guess the one thing to mention is that if Soulkey does choose to go for something like 2-hatch Muta, his Mutas get to that natural rather quickly. But that natural is not as bad as some others to defend. You know, against that, there's like room for turrets there more than some other naturals.
Okay.
And he is going 1-1-1 again.
Yes.
Wow, Last is really into this build today.
I actually really thought he was going to be mixing it up a little bit more, but I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Do you think he goes 1-1-1 just straight into the race again? Is there a lot of different variations for this build, Terran?
Yeah, there's a ton of variations.
Because that's the impression I was under, but I'm surprised that you would even ever see a pro make the rates, the double starport thing twice in a row.
If you are playing against 2-hatchery and you know how to control the wraiths are actually the best version of 1-1-1. Without any doubt. Like, the vessel comes a little bit late and you are so low you have to make an unfathomable amount of turrets because you cannot, if you lose your first vessel to 2-hatch and you've rushed a vessel, and a lot of times they try to dive in with some mutas to soak up shots, they bring some Scourge, stuff like that, the game's over. Like, you need to gain tons of value out of your irradiates. So if you can do that, micro, which not every Terran can, he's fantastic at micro, that's the most powerful thing. Now, Soulkey's going 3-hatch here.
Now, this is what we were waiting to see him do throughout this series, because this is where we feel like Soulkey's at his strongest, you know? His classic standard macro Zerg. At least to open things up. I mean, you can still do something crazy on 3 base, but this is when you get the 3rd hatch like this and the gas a little bit later, you're teching at a much more gradual rate.
Now, in my opinion, the 3-hatchery play is so much better against 1-1-1s. You actually can get a lot of units out. You actually can fight against them when they do their initial pushes. You know, I won't be surprised if he still goes like Muta, for instance, as an opener. But yeah, I think that this is going to be a much better game than the previous ones. I think it's smart for Soulkey to change this as well. And by the way, just on the strategic choice of Last to continually 1-1-1 here, I think it's really smart, right? Because Soulkey's the best macro player of ZVT in the world. So to have some very technical builds that are sharp like this, I think do well against him. Whereas if you're just trying to muscle the whole time, you're playing into his strength in a certain way, even if it's your own strength. but he's coming at Soulkey from like an oblique angle, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I think if Last goes to the finals and plays against Jaedong and he goes bio-based play, I think that's actually more likely to get Jaedong, whereas something like the 1-1-1, that's where Jaedong can punish. He can find the little holes.
Yeah. I like how you phrase that, Artosis. I think you make a really good point. You know, it's interesting for Last, too, in this position, right? Because he knows Jaedong's in the final. He's up against Soulkey. It's like all down to his TVZ right now, you know? Yeah. The weird thing as well is, of course, Jaedong's watching this. He's taking his own notes and making his own observations about this, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think Soulkey's on a mountain right now meditating under a waterfall.
Jaedong is?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Balancing on 1 foot for days, like,
yeah,
just getting ready.
It doesn't matter what Last does. It only matters what Jaedong does. Now, okay, so this plays out a lot different when you're against 3 hatchery play. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, no, he's making the layer at the natural. But yeah, some of the things are the same, right? You always make a Sunken, you always make the Hydralisk Den, couple Hydras that'll force a Wraith away so he doesn't kill your Overlords.
Right.
And he is rushing up to the Vessel, which is normally what you'll do against 3 hatch. The Wraiths just won't do anything. Against 2 hatch, they're fantastic.
Yeah. And behind this, you're going to start powering up and getting a lot of infantry as well. So far, so good here. You know, you can see with the way that Soulkey's playing this, he kind of gets to get everything too. And Terran is kind of safer as anything Soulkey could have thrown at him. And getting the Vessels out and just having that there. Yeah. The Vessel is the most important tool for Terran against Zerg.
Yeah.
You can spot lurkers with it. You can irradiate stuff. It gives you, you can actually use it to spot for like tanks and the Vessels, I don't think we've had a lot of games where we've gotten to really point this out, but Vessels in groups are actually like Zerg's worst nightmare. You can actually irradiate another one of your own Vessels. It doesn't take damage, and then you do what's called the eraser, where you take the Vessel that's irradiated and you move it up and down over the Zerg's worker line, and all the drones die.
Yeah, there's so many tricks that you can do with Vessels. It's super powerful, but they cost so much, right? It's 225 gas, but 75 gas a Scourge can kill one.
It's kind of like when we watch StarCraft 2 games. A lot of times if you're looking at the Protoss, you're kind of watching to see how many Immortals they have or how many they lost. That's like a really easy way to kind of get a feel for how the game is going. From. Same thing with Vessels and TVZ. Like if you see the Terran lose a ton of Vessels, it always matters, you know. And if you see a Terran who's not lost any Vessels and is still using them a lot, Zerg's probably in trouble.
Yeah, it's a really good thing to say, especially with this build. Like when you do a 1-1-1, your Vessels are the entire game, actually. You are going to have to gain value out of them, or you are going to lose. So he needs to keep this first Vessel alive 100%. Now that bunker, look at this. He's got Siege Tank in Siege mode. That's not completely common with this. Maybe he thought it was going to be Hydralisk play.
Yeah, he might have thought he was going to get hit somewhere.
Yeah.
In some cases, the Terran doesn't need any tanks at all to come up here. Now, you can see that over at the expansion, there's really not much you can do. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Very well hidden.
Oh
my God.
So that was the best first irradiate I have ever seen.
Okay, so I think that you have to notice where the Vessel was, guys. It was way in the very top left corner of the screen, and I think he didn't even realize it was up there until it was too late. The Marines were hitting. Soulkey was not able to pull out the Muta with the irradiate on it. And I mean, that's just, it's so bad for Soulkey. That went perfectly for Last. And again, guys, hold on. He's coming in.
This is his chance to actually get that big damage done now. Okay, he actually gets one of the Vessels. He's losing a lot of Mutas here once again. Doing some damage at the natural.
So it looks like this bunker is not going to be able to finish here.
Yeah, that Siege Tank just getting pummeled by the Mutas.
Yeah. It's a few Lings and a few Hydras. Now, Terran does not have a ton over here. The tank might not be, it's not repaired in time.
Man, and I mean, Soulkey's getting some reasonable damage done here, right?
Okay, the bunker's finished, but he'd have to get a Marine down there somehow.
Yeah. Now looks like he wants
that
to
Marine's
repair
going
it,
down.
Last just
He's going to try to
have
get
a whole lot
right
now. And Soulkey's continuing to just rally up units, really playing very aggressively
He actually could win this.
Yeah,
he just needs to keep the momentum going.
If he can get on top of the barracks, I don't think it's going to be able to happen because he's got well-placed turrets and SCVs on the ramp, but even just, you know, forcing liftoff, getting a bunch of SCVs down here at the natural, Soulkey is taking his third.
This is all after that beautiful irradiate. There was not quite enough on the ground to keep this safe.
Well,
and I mean, if you get those Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Last kind of played funny this game as well. Like, going Siege Tank with Siege Mode this early is not something you normally see. Must have thought something was up. Oh, that's great defense.
Took out a lot of those SCVs. Terran has not been forced to lift just yet, but every time these Lings come in here, the Lings comboed with the Mutas are the real threat.
Yeah, he's holding better and better each time. Like, Soulkey still has a few units, but I think it's drone time for him now.
By the way, I don't think he can make any more science vessels. The science facility was killed off.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
and he's got almost 1,000 gas.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What were we saying? The vessels are everything with this build.
Yeah. It seemed like everything was happening so fast. Last did not actually grab it and lift it off, and I think he probably realized after the fight was done.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a shot inside the main. I'm really curious to see if he's remaking that.
He better be, because otherwise he's just on 3 racks Marine with like some siege tanks. I guess probably what we'll see from last here is a 2 to 3 siege tank push with just bio on it and try to just bust through before we have Defilers. And that's, I mean, it's a powerful strategy. It's a powerful way to play it. I think that's likely going to be the plan.
Okay. Well, Soulkey is backing up. He's made a lot of drones, but Lass is finally back on his feet here. And that science facility, it's about halfway done. It's going to be a little bit, but eventually Lass is going to have to try to come out on the map. Look at that. That Marine that's selected, his gun is injured. You see that at the bottom right?
Oh, man. His arm is...
His
both of his
arm
arms, actually. He's like tasteless.
That's right. He can't play StarCraft right now. His wrist
poor
hurt.
wrist.
Yeah.
It's from carrying that big yellow gun.
That's right, man.
Jeez.
I just noticed that when I saw the thing. I'm like, his gun is hurt. Huh,
Yeah,
okay. So it's got an Ultralisk Cavern on the way here. Now, Ultralisks may be the get-out-of-jail-free card for Soulkey.
Yeah.
After really curbing the momentum of Last. You know,
Lass is not hitting his macro like he did in previous games.
Right.
Something to mention is that Soulkey didn't take any drone damage of any sort this game. All of his damage is self-inflicted by making bunches of units and stuff. Oh my god, killing this Rax when you're going Ultras is unreal. That's so good if he gets it.
Is he going to get it? You can really see what good muted control can do to a Terran.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to go back on the barracks. Sick. Gets that.
Such a good
This is what Soulkey needs. I really hope we go to, like, I want to have a lot of games today, guys. I don't want this to be a 4-0. You promise?
Well,
I've been hurt before, Artosis. You swear to me.
I don't want to, you know, kill the vibe for everyone, but Last is going to lose this game. If he wins this game, that's amazing. Because he with Ultras on the way right now, on 3 bases with decent drone saturation, and you are rebuilding your 3rd racks and building your 4th racks right now, he can get irradiates for days, and he's not going to have enough Marines to hold off the Ultras.
Yeah.
It's just, this is a really difficult position for him, so I think we're going to have a lot of games.
Okay, good. Thank you, Artosis.
Yeah, no problem.
I have someone to believe in now. Now, we see some Firebats being made here. I want to just really quickly come out and debunk a common misconception about StarCraft 1. Firebats are not good against Ultralisks.
Do people think that?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you see people that don't know much about the game and they know that the Firebat is a flamethrower guy, I think the most normal response is, oh, well, you want that for up-close combat?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty bad.
It's so bad that it does, like, no damage to an Ultra.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's just concussive damage.
It's decent versus Lings, but it's just
amazing versus Lings, yeah.
So you want those to just hit. The Firebats are actually there to get rid of the Zerglings in the fight so that the Marines can target down the Ultras. That's how they operate.
100%. I want to explain this to people, right? There's normal damage, explosive damage, and concussive damage.
Hiding under the tree, Artosis.
Concussive damage does 1/4 against large units. 1/4. Like, they do no damage. Ultras have higher armor than the damage from Firebats.
It's crazy.
So really, it does like 0 to 1 damage each time it shoots.
Okay. Another Irradiate there. Good split by Soulkey. Tosses that one out and regroups the Mutas. It's actually kind of funny. He's got the science facility just coming out like this. I guess he's got all the upgrades he needs. But
he's like, hey, I'm not going to make PCs.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have the economy anyways.
Okay, it looks like he's ready if there's a counterattack. And so he's going to try to sandwich him. Here we go.
Okay, Last, good luck here. The tanks are going to do some good damage against these Ultras, but again, on top of them, the Lings coming from behind gets shredded by those, oh my god, those Firebats.
These Ultras need to keep doing this kind of damage, and actually it's not enough. The Ultras go down.
Yeah, that flank was amazing.
Yeah.
Those 3 Firebats.
You know what it was?
Were the heroest of Firebats.
Also, some of those Ultras were hitting tanks.
Yeah.
than even the ones that were irradiated were not near a Marine, so it wasn't like it was stacking up the damage.
That was pretty amazing by Last.
Okay, so right now Last is knocking on Soulkey's door. He wants to try to end this. Soulkey's going to try to regroup for another fight.
Oh my gosh, here come the Ultras once again. All right, an irradiated Ultra right in the middle of things. The other Ultra's coming from the side. Oh, that Fire Bat definitely gets some damage again.
Hero Fire Bat there.
Man.
And you know, Soulkey, I think even though it seemed like this game was his, we're getting closer and closer to Soulkey actually being taken out here. And Artos is breaking my heart, by the way. The Sunken Colony is going to go down. The Ultras count is so thinned out now.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough.
God.
But
the medic wall is so sick.
Is so stupid.
Oh.
What?
What am I even seeing?
Yeah.
He's actually having to select the medics to try to hit them down. To even get close. I think that's game. I think that's it.
Those 3 Ultras actually would have cleared this too if those medics weren't there on hold position being just crazy.
He's just so good.
Yeah. I can't believe these medic walls that we've seen today.
I know.
Wow.
You just cannot quite get over there.
This is so funny.
Okay, great irradiate over there. That Ultra can't engage in right now. You need more lings, basically.
Yeah, he's bringing more units out. The reinforcements have been really good. Looks like he can maybe catch a siege tank or something here. He's just going for the flank.
He's going to try to go for it here. Now, both of the vessels are out of energy, right?
They should be.
Okay. Well, the Ultra's eventually just going to be taken out. Here we go.
I see those medic walls. All right, the Ling's coming in right now. Siege tank, though, getting a shot on the Ultra. That's helpful. Okay, he will finally clear this.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay, I actually thought this game was about to end. When I saw those Ultras go down, I'm like, oh, man.
Right now it's 1-1 Marines, so it takes them a really long time to kill these Ultras that have, look at that, 4 God.
Yeah.
Crazy upgrades.
He's just got enough.
So that's
GG.
it.
That's it.
All right.
Whoa, that was a crazy hold by Soulkey, considering that Last was like 20 seconds ago I was just saying that Soulkey was going to lose because that push was so scary. But in that final moment, he got the Lings to come in from behind. The Marines were not targeting the Ultras. He took it out. And from there, it did not look like Soulkey was ever going to let Last